Welcome to week 2 of Business 224. This is Laura, and I have created this video to help you understand what to expect for week 2. When you get into Canvas, you will see that the week 2 area is showing for you, and you'll see that there is a pattern to our learning. So each week there's an overview, learning materials, and then some assignments. This week there's a quiz, a discussion post, and what's called an HR SWOT analysis. So please make sure you review all that information. If you ever need to be reminded about what's coming up, click on the syllabus link and you will see the items listed by due date. And you can also click on these to get to the assignments. So let's go ahead and get started on a couple of the items so that you know what to expect. And this week, our topics, if you go into the week 2 overview area, are on, we have strategic human resource management, diversity and multiculturalism, and you will be reviewing chapters 2 and 3 in your online textbook. And those areas will teach you the differences between human resource management, personnel management, HRM strategic planning, which is long-term planning, and then the steps of how to create an HRM plan and what needs to be in a successful HRM plan. And this would include things for an organization that would look like how you might recruit, how you might hire, some of the challenges you might be having within your organization. So for example, one of the terms you've probably heard recently is the Great Resignation. And so how are companies dealing with many people resigning? You may even have had that situation yourself, and people that are not wanting to work full-time schedules or want a lot of flexibility in their schedules. So that is one of the key areas in developing HRM plans, is being thoughtful about what's going on both politically, organizationally, and for individuals. And then chapter 3 will be on diversity and multiculturalism, which is a very broad topic, but you'll be able to, after this week, define, explain, and identify your own power and privilege, and to be mindful of that, and then provide reasoning as to why diversity and inclusion and multiculturalism are important. And then you'll learn about, from an HR perspective, strategies to create a more diverse and multicultural work environment. And then as you're thinking about human resource planning, you would want to include diversity. And then there's some of the legal aspects, such as the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission and the various laws that the EEOC encompasses. And then for our activities this week, you're going to have some learning materials, a quiz, and you will have a discussion post and an HR SWOT analysis. And you can click on next at the bottom, and it will take you to our learning materials. And the learning materials, you have your online chapters 2 and 3. There's a quick video here for you about diversity and multiculturalism. And then there's a chapter summary. If you just click on it, this will give you a summary of this week's content. When you're done and you're ready to go on to some of the learning activities, you'll see that you have a 15-point quiz. You'll be able to take it 3 times in order to get your best score. And then you will have a discussion. You'll go to this diversity website listed here, which is a really cool website. I'm going to click on it so you can see some of it, and you're going to go and look through and find some topics of interest to you. And then you're going to come back to this post and follow the directions. And in order to make your post, you just hit reply, make your post, and then you can hit post reply when you're ready. When you're done with this, the biggest assignment this coming week is what's called an HR SWOT analysis. And you'll want to make sure you read all the information. SWOT analysis, it's an acronym for strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And I've given you information here that you should review. And I've also given you some sample information and resources here about an HR SWOT analysis and a template to complete. But the essence of the assignment is for you to pick a business, and you've been asked in the assignment to consider yourself like a consultant, and you're going to go in and evaluate a business based on, you're just going to go on a website. It can be a business if you, let's say, if you have a family that has a business, you're welcome to do that. but you can go online. You can do some research if you'd like to, but the intent is for you to identify a business and then do an HR SWOT analysis. So evaluate their human resources from a strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats perspective. You'll see some of this information in your book. And as I mentioned, if you click on some of these links, you will be able to get a very good overview. I'll give you a quick example here of what you might see in a HR SWOT analysis, and it will give you things to consider and a template, but some of the things you might consider: strengths, employee turnover, compensation, weaknesses, budget constraints, opportunities, which would be things like getting more skilled labor, or threats for HR, like for example, maybe multi-generational workers or older workers that might struggle with technology. So here is a very good example of what might be included in a SWOT analysis. And you will end up using this document. It's a template. You'll click on it, it will open, and then you're going to put the name of the business you've chosen, and here's some examples, but also use the resources I've provided, and you're just going to be typing into it a kind of a list and summary in each of these areas for that business. So again, you're going to pretend you're a consultant, you put on your HRM hat based on where you are and you're learning at this time, and just do your best and then submit that back to this assignment. And then when you're done with that, you're going to be wrapping up the week. And so if you have any questions, my contact information is under the modules area, and please reach out to me at any time, and hope you have a good week. Thanks.